morning. Welcome again. Welcome. And I'm staying in the book of John, and been preaching lately in the book of John and the Gospel of John. And I like John. Well, John is mainly where that's where he was. John 14, 15, the chapters 14, 15, and 16 is what happened a couple of days before he ascended. And that's important to know. The book of John is John 14, 47. If anyone hears my words and does not believe, I do not judge him. For I did not come to judge the world, but to save the world. He who rejects me and does not receive my words has that which judges him. The word that I have spoken will judge him on the last day. You don't want to do the things of God now. God's not going to put a pistol on your face to do the things of God. You will be astray by the devil. And the devil's already astray. If you don't know God, if you don't have an intimate relationship with God, you are being astray daily, moment by moment, by the devil. And I know it's kind of harsh for you to hear this, but it's the truth. And I try not to. I want to keep on telling the truth. Like a lot of people, the ones that are saying the truth, like Andrew Womack, who's in Colorado Springs, he tells the truth. And they've thrown him out, they call him a devil. They called Jesus a devil. And he was on earth. But why are they not going to call you a devil? The devil actually disguises himself as God. And says, I am God. Those are of the devil. So, if you're not willing to accept that, he got thrown out. He started a ministry. He's been 50 years in the ministry. Him and his wife actually slept in the car a couple times, and they've gone through a lot. And they have the biggest ministry in America right now. Let me just say that right now. But he doesn't watch TV. He doesn't engage with the world. He doesn't know anything about Facebook. He don't want to know. He knows what it is. But God knows what Facebook and the internet is all about. God himself knows all that. Our Father knows that. Yet he won't engage in that because that is of the world. Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff, that is of the world. You engage in that, you are in the world. You're not with God. Of course, we all snoop in there every once in a while. I have, my wife does too. We have actually had an account. I closed my Facebook account because it's not doing anything. All they do is these hackers want your information so they can hack into your bank account. Basically it. That's it. In a nutshell, that's what it is. They want your information so they can go and take your money from you. The devil doesn't want you to have a penny. God is the one that puts money in your pocket. And if it comes from God, it's talking about money, then it's good. Any money that you put in your pocket that doesn't come from God, you don't want it. I don't want any money that doesn't come from my Father. But my Father gives me. And he gives me and my wife money all the time. But I don't want it unless it comes from him. The world takes it however they can get it. And then the devil gives it to them and then rips it right out of them too, right away. So we're on 47. For my words that which judge us, and the word that I have spoken will judge him on the last day. So on the last day, on Judgment Day, that's when you come face to face with Jesus. Right now, he'll just say, if you don't want to seek me, that's on you. I'm not gonna tell my Father about you. You have one that judges you. I am not gonna accuse you. I'm going to save you for the last day. When judgment comes around, I'm going to tell you on Judgment Day how you rejected me so many times. And I created you, gave my life for you. I died on the cross for you. Yet, you believe men and not believe me. I'm just going to save it for Judgment Day. Judgment Day, I will have a conversation. Then you will have nothing to say on that day. That day, you will be speechless that day. You have nothing to tell. What are you going to tell God that day? You think you're going to get into a dialogue with God on Judgment Day, and you're going to tell, hey, God, let's talk about this. You're going to think you're going to try to convince God? It's already done deal. You'll be like one of those roller decks when they pass the roller decks and they put your picture up and you go like that to the roller decks, and you'll be just another. You won't have anything to say. There's too many people going through. So there won't be a chance. It'll just be like that. Every once in a while, every couple of million, one will stop and will go to the right place. But all the other times, that Rolodex is going to be going pictures and pictures and pictures, all going to the fire. There's more wickedness in the world than righteousness. Okay. So that day, on Judgment Day, that's how it's going to be. Every once in a blue moon, one will stop and say, okay. And even though when you get through and go to heaven with God, you won't say anything either. You'll just go through. It'll stop. But all the other time it'll just be gone. And it'll be like people jumping off a trampoline into a fire. Everlasting fire. What are you going to tell them that day? Does not reject my words, that which judges it. The word that I have spoken will judge him on the last day. I'm going to tell you, you knew the truth. You knew it. You heard the truth. You didn't even want to hear it, let alone do it. You didn't even want to hear it. For I have not spoken on my own authority, but the Father who sent me gave me a command what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that this command is everlasting life. Before whatever I speak, just as the Father has told me, I speak. Then he went on, he washes the disciples' feet. We know what happened there, where he told Peter, what am I doing that you do not understand, but you will know after this? He told Peter, and Peter said, you shall never wash my feet. And it says, if I do not wash your feet, you have no part with me. And Simon Peter, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head. Jesus said to her, he who is bathed needs only to wash his feet. Okay? When I say feet, it's feet. It's not the whole body. Just your feet. You don't need to wash your whole self. He who is bathed needs only to wash his feet. But it's completely clean. And you are clean, but not all of you. Because there was one that was the devil in there. The devil was in there, and it was Judas. So he went and washed his feet, took his garment, and sat down again. He said to them, do you know what I have done to you? And he asked him, do you know what I've done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you say, well, for so I am. If then your Lord and teacher have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. Wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. When I first started with my wife, sometimes I would share this with you. I wash her feet. And I heard this a long time, but I wasn't doing it because I had heard it before. I had heard it years and years ago, but I'll be honest with you, I'll tell you the truth, I forgot about it. But it's just something you do automatically. When you care about somebody, you love somebody, you pick up and you wash their feet. And I was doing that to her all the time, washing her feet. And she was probably wondering, why is he washing my feet? But later she found out, she saw it on the word, where she probably knew, because she knew a lot of things about the Old Testament, about God, about the stories, about the Bible. I don't know if you remember that, about the washing your feet. But I washed her feet, and I did it not because I had seen it in the Bible. I'd done it because I had heard it a long time ago, but I just done it automatically. Because there's something about the rooted things of God in you. Like, I didn't like the world, I wash your feet, things like that you do because they're rooted in you. And that's how the Word of God starts to become real in your life, when it starts becoming rooted in you. And these things have been rooted for me for years, like I didn't like to hang out with other people, and also I like to be by myself, If I had somebody, it'd be a nice female with me, a nice woman or something like that I could share, a cup of coffee or dinner with her, and, other things. I did fornicate, for a lot of years, I'll tell the truth, I didn't get married, but God washed away those things, He overlooked them. I was already saved, but not living a godly life that I should have been living. If I would have done this all the time, my mom used to say when I was young, I preached when I was like 18, 19 years old. I had a Bible study at home when my mom set it up, and everybody from the church came, and I preached that night, and I asked them, just let me preach this one night. Let me preach this one night. I just want to do a real preaching like that. And I remember we started at 8 o'clock, and it was 10:30, almost 11 o'clock, and my mom said, people don't want to leave, they want to hear some more. I was preaching for 2.5 hours, and people said, you have to be a pastor, because they just accepted the Lord that night in a Bible study, a couple of people. And they wanted to hear more. And I said, I just did it one night. I prayed to God and I asked Him to. But I had known God already for about 10 to 15 years. I was in my 20s when I did that. And I remember this one time my mom said, you gotta preach the word. But I just didn't give it too much weight at the time. But it stayed in the back of my mind. It was rooted, and it took 40 years. So I was 63 years old that I came here to Nashville, that I started picking up the Bible. That first day I got here, I got this Bible, and I was on my way to preaching. And now I'm starting to preach more and learn the word. It's being rooted in me. That all this stuff is coming out from when all these years that I was growing up, and it's all coming out now, and it's being tied in with what He's showing me now, which is basically more insight. I was basically a young man back in those days, and now I'm an older person. I'm not old, but I'm a lot older. So all this stuff from the back, and this stuff is tied in together now. And I've been doing this 1.5 years or 2 years now, and I'm starting to just being set free, little by little. And, I don't understand the whole Bible, to be honest with you. He's the one that teaches the Bible. He's the one that teaches me the Word. I'm just like everybody else. I learn the Word just like He teaches me, little by little. But He's teaching me how to deliver the word, the right word, the truth about God. And that's what people don't understand about it. You don't have to go to a seminary schools or anything like that. You just have to have the Holy Spirit and abide in the Word of God with Him, and He will show it to you. When you are ordained by somebody, it's different than when you are ordained by God. When you are ordained by Jesus Christ, it's a whole totally different. I've been ordained by Him. I've been appointed, me and Kate, we've been appointed to the ministry. That's when we received the Holy Spirit. She was saved, that I was redeemed back into. And he says, I know you for a long time. I miss you, he said. I miss you, he told me. So he appointed me. He says, you are not going to preach in a different, you're going to preach on the internet, you're going to preach on YouTube. And he appointed me that day that we talked about. He appointed me and ordained me. God ordained me from the throne. He came down and ordained me into the ministry the day he said, okay, redeem me back. And he put us, he changed the whole thing. We no longer preached at the Bible study, and we started preaching. The next week we were already hooked up with all this beautiful set that we have. We live here. And he put this whole thing together. And we've had over probably 350, 400, close to 500 episodes that we filmed during this time. And we've done it we don't do it. Sometimes we go on streaks. We'll preach for 3, 4, 5 days, then we'll stop. And we'll stop for a couple of days sometimes, and sometimes, but mainly all the time, if we have the camera going, we're gonna put the episodes up. And we filmed over close to 500 episodes. And we deleted a lot of them, because he has told us, he's the one that puts the episodes up, and he's the one that takes it down. Everything is controlled by him. Now you can believe that. He's the one that does that. I don't do anything. I just obey and do what he said. And he's teaching me the word just like he's taught Kay. Kay is now, she knows the commandments of God and the ordinance, the commandments of God. She knows all the commandments of God and what you're required to do. And she sometimes hits it out. He hits it out of the ballpark, how you say. Sometimes she gets it right, and sometimes, and so am I. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. So depending how you abide, you study the word, and you have to abide in him, and you have to do things the right way. When you're doing things with God, you have to do it the right way. He won't let you do it. He doesn't do it because he's punishing you, or he's just teaching you the right way. So if I'm preaching better, it's because I am concentrating more and praying to him to teach me, and then he's answering my prayers. This is how I get this, by prayer. I pray, and he answers my prayer, and then I go and preach. And then if you believe in the prayer, just like if you ask him for something else, I only ask him for him. He already blessed me, So I only ask him to preach this word the right way, and he answers my prayers, and everything else, he's gonna give it to you automatically, I didn't even ask him to be redeemed. I just picked up the Bible, and then I just wanted to keep on doing the right thing. I took the path, and then I came here. I wasn't asking for anything. I was just preaching the word, hard doctrine. And then the Spirit of God. I waited until he endued me with power by the Holy Spirit. And that day he saved my wife and then redeemed me back. And he took over. He took over that day, and I thank him for that. I'll never forget it. I saw him again. He gave me remembrance. He broke my heart. He saved my life, basically extended my life. And I'm grateful to that my Father for that. And everything else. And he gave me my wife. He gave me ministry. He gave me health. He gave me all the other things, And we're going right now from one pleasure to another pleasure. We're starting to get there. Because that's his promise for you. If you stay abiding in the word, they'll live if you obey and do the truth in Job 36, 14 and 15, if you obey the truth, you will live your life here in pleasures, from one pleasure. If you do not obey, you'll die you'll perish by the sword. I don't even think about not obeying God. I know God for a long time, so why would I I'd be a fool to do that. It's not even in me to not obey God. It's not even a thought for me for not to obey God. Because the word is rooted in me way before even this time that he redeemed me. It was already rooted there. I was walking around the world. I didn't like the world. I did the things like he did it. And I wasn't even close to them. I was doing the things of God because they were rooted in me since I was a young kid. I was hanging out by myself. I wanted to do my own thing with him. I seeked him. I waited. I prayed. And I resisted the devil. I resisted. I resisted in Florida for close to 7-8 years. I got out of the movie business like 2-3 couple of years ago. Then I said I wasn't doing this anymore. And I started traveling less and less and less. And then I didn't like it. I started backing up for a long time, backing up and resisting the devil. Yeah, I made, I made a little money, and I, took care of myself, He always put that in my head, how to take care of myself. And then, but then I took the path. And I waited, and when the time was there, I said, here it is. I prayed for that, and then here it is. And then he waited to see if I took the path. And then once I took the path, I was on my way already. And then when I got here and picked up this Bible, I still hadn't made connection with him. I haven't talked with him. I prayed every once in a while, but I didn't want to go to my trips anymore to do my shows or anything like that. Then I said, I'm going to do this. And then when Kay came into my life, I told her, we're going to do this. Are you in with me? And she said, yeah, I'm doing it. And she went all in. And God saw that too. God pulled her away. And that was a tremendous testimony that he took. Took me and she took the bull by the horn and said, we're doing this. And she did things on her own too and showed God that it wasn't because of me, it's because that's why God chose her. Because God was watching to see what she did, and she did it on her own. I can't say I have credit, of course, with God, but she did a lot of things that you have to do by yourself too, and she did it. She told the job, I'm not working here no more, I'm not going to change my schedule. And then they fired her, but she really quit. She told them before, I'm not going to work here if I have to work on Sunday. So she was the one that actually, and God put it in her, because God didn't want that for her. They were taking advantage of her, and nobody takes advantage of God's kids, If you serve the living God, nobody's going to take advantage of you. No one. You have the advantage. And then you become a different person. You become a new creation. And that's what happened. We became a new creation. We're living right here when we became a new creation. When you see God and see the form of God, and you hear his voice, in that moment you become a new creation, a new person, a new child, a new person. You're born again. Okay? You start living a new life. And you start all over again. You're brand new. And then it all depends on what you do with the word and how you serve God. You have to serve God because he's your father. You belong to him, and you have to serve God. And as long as you serve God and you do it the way he says for you to do it, you're made. Okay? You're eternally made. You have so many things. I don't need to get into it right now, but it's a world, a brand new world. We'll see you next time from next show.
He watches over.